Question is, how do we fuel for a long bike ride? Well, it starts the day before really. What you can do is prepare yourself, don't have alcohol, cut down on your coffee, just have a normal meal, but you could try increasing your carbs by about 25%. There's no need to overload with pasta. You've heard of these pasta parties that some organisations to have. There's no need to do that. That would just you'll end up being bloated. Now, get yourself ready, get all your kit ready and pack everything ready the night before. So when you get up to the next day, breakfast, it's all important. And again, you don't have to stuff your face. You can have porridge with some fruit. I tend to have porridge with some fruit, and then I follow it up with an omelette. And then that's it really. Now this next bit, this is important. This is really important. This is what gets missed. If you're going from your house and just doing a long ride, then this bit is irrelevant. You don't have to worry about it. But if you're going on a race and you are going on a long distance sportive, say, and you have to travel in a car to get there, you need to fuel yourself for that time. Now, the reason for this is that the body has only 90 minutes of fuel inside it. So if you're going to go on a 2, 3, 4 hour car ride before actual event, you're going to turn up half empty. So you need to spend you need that time in between to be snacking and drinking as though you are on the ride. Okay? And then what I tend to do, I tend to have a banana just before I set off. So I've got a bit of fuel in me to break down to keep myself going. Now, what do we do now? Well, what you need to do is, if you're going for a long ride, a low intensity ride, then you need to be fueling yourself every 30 minutes. So have your banana pre-start and then have food every 30 minutes from then on. What I tend to do, I have some rice cakes. You've probably seen and heard the pros eating them. 10, 12 years ago, these were laughed at. They were eating pasta quite a lot. And then with Bradley Wiggins coming onto the scene, starting eating rice cakes, it became all the fad. And now all the top pros are eating rice cakes. Rice itself is very gentle on the stomach and it's easily digestible. Inside the rice cake is coconut and there's some sugar and some vanilla. So it's part slow carb, part high carb, and it's an ideal meal to have. And then I'll break that up with energy balls. This is my take on an energy ball. Okay, that's 150 grams of dates, 100 grams of raisins. There's two tablespoons of peanut butter, smooth peanut butter, a dash of maple syrup, and some chia seeds. So again, you've got a mixture of high and low carbs and some energy protein from the chia seeds, and this is rolled in coconut. And I tend to have that with the rice cake. So I'll have a rice cake, half an hour later I'll have an energy ball. Then I have a rice cake and I have an energy ball. And what I tend to do is have, depending on how long it is that I'll have that per hour. Okay? For every hour I will have that, plus I will have a spare set as well. So if I'm riding for 4 hours, I'll have 5 energy balls and 5 rice cakes, and that will do me not a problem at all. Now, if I was racing or if I was going in a high intensity ride, I will have 2 rice cakes and an energy ball per hour. So every 20 minutes I am eating on an intensity or a ride. Okay, that is what I would have. Okay, for backup in my saddle bag, I will probably have a couple of sachets of jellies. Okay, but these are for emergencies only, or if there's a really intensive part, hilly part coming up, I'll have one of these before that. But other than that, I don't touch them. Okay, don't experiment. Don't go out on a long ride with something new, because you can bet your bottom dollar that you'll give you heebie-jeebies halfway through. Also, commercial drinks as well, energy drinks, I don't touch. Some of the sachets I will have, isotonic stuff, but I generally make my own. I will have 100 mils of juice, 400 mils of water, a spoonful of sugar and a pinch of salt, and that will do suffice. Ideal, nice and cheap. There's nothing wrong with a lot of the commercial stuff. They can be a bit pricey, and I tend to get a bit dry as well with them, so watch yourselves. But test everything before going out on a long ride or a sportive or a race, especially a race. Okay, everything must be tried and tested. Now, if we're going out on a sportive, don't rely on the feed stations, because by the time you get there, they will resemble the bum fight at the OK Corral. They are absolutely abysmal. Human nature, I don't know what happens with people. They're pigs, some of them, but there you go. They don't care about anyone else coming along. They're just in an urgent rush, grab what they can, and off they go, and they don't care about making a mess. So that's what I take on the ride. Drinks wise, just remember, drinks wise, I will have a bottle of drink per hour. It's now end of February, 8 through spring, yes, probably still a bottle, unless it gets round hot, extremely hot, and you're talking mid to high 20s, then you might think of 2 bottles. And if we had some sort of the weather like we had last year, we were talking about 3 bottles of liquids an hour. The problem then is if you're on a long ride, it's about refilling them. You can always think about fuel stations, petrol stations, shops, but it's going to cost you money buying just bottles of water all the time. Outside cafes, there's usually a water tap. Definitely outside pubs and churches. Churches will also have water taps as well. Okay, now don't forget, when you finish, always have food and drink in your car when you finish. Always have food and drink ready for you when you come home after your long ride. All right, okay, have a snack and have a drink. Have your recovery drink. Other than that, that's it. A little and often goes a long way. All right, enjoy your ride. All the best. Bye-bye now.